Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jacqui and today we're going to twist it out in our Vinyasa flow. We're going to twist our spine, our legs, our arms, you name it. And it's going to help us feel really free and open in our body. So come join me on the mat and we'll get started. Let's start in a child's pose. So coming to the end of your mat, spread the knees wide, bring the toes together, walk the hands forward and place the chest and the forehead down on the mat. Close down your eyes and just take a few breaths to arrive on your mat today. Expand your belly down to your mat on every breath in. And allow your chest to sink down further on every breath out. Breathe in, expand. And breathe out, soften. Try to bring your attention inwards towards your body here on the mat, allowing any distractions outside of your mat to fade into the distance. Focus on your breath to help you become present. And take just a couple more breaths here. On the next breath in, lift up the head. Make your way into a tabletop position. Wrists underneath shoulders and knees underneath hips. Take a few rounds of cat and cow in your own time. Breathe in, drop the belly, lift the tailbone and the head up. And breathe out, scoop into the belly, rounding through the spine, tucking your chin and your tailbone. Breathe in, open up. And breathe out, rounding down. One more breath here. And on the next breath, come back to your neutral spine. Take a breath in and reach the right arm up to the sky, twisting through your upper body. See if you can spiral your chest up to the sky. And then breathing out, take your right hand, thread it underneath your body, and then lay it down along with your head and your shoulder on the mat. Option to keep your left hand here, or you can take it up behind you and reach towards your right hip crease for an even deeper twist. Couple of breaths here. Really allow your upper body to sink down into your mat. And keep opening up through the left shoulder as well. Next breath, release the left hand, bring it back underneath your left shoulder. Breathe in, reach the right arm back up to the sky. See if you can find a little more openness here. And then breathe out, place it back underneath the right shoulder. Other side, breathing in, lift the left arm up, open through the chest. And then breathing out, thread it underneath the body, reaching the fingertips as far away from you as you can. And then laying the shoulder and the head down. Right arm can stay where it is or reach behind you towards your left hip crease. Keep opening the right shoulder up towards the sky. A couple of breaths. And on the next breath, release the right hand back down underneath the right shoulder. Breathing in, lift the left arm up to the sky. Open a little bit more. Breathing out, bring the hand down. And then start to walk the hands forward. And lower your chest down to the mat. Bring the forehead down along with it. Puppy pose. Try to sink your chest down into the mat. If you do feel really open, you can also place your chin down instead of your forehead. Couple of breaths. Think about sinking down towards your mat with every exhale. And next breath, lifting the head back up, walking the hands back towards your body, underneath the shoulders, and then tuck the toes. Lift the hips up for your first downward facing dog. Take a moment here to walk out your feet, stretching through the backs of your legs, and also taking any other movement that you feel you need to open up through your body. On the next breath, come back to stillness. Bend the knees slightly, tilt the tailbone up. Press the hands into the mat, lengthen through your spine. And then bend the knees, look towards your hands. Take small steps with your feet all the way up to your hands. And then bend through the knees. Grab onto opposite elbows. And take a ragdoll here, swaying from side to side. Releasing out any tension in the backs of your legs and your lower back. And then releasing the hands down, soften through the knees and roll yourself up through your spine, bringing your head up last. When you reach the top, take a big shoulder roll. Roll the shoulders back and down. Let's bring the big toes together, heels slightly apart. Breathing in, reach the arms up to the sky. Breathing out, folding forward. Breathe in, lift up halfway, flat back. Draw the hands up your shins, roll the shoulders back, scoop in through your belly. Breathing out, hands on the mat, step the left foot back into a low lunge. Drop the knee, untuck the toes, and then reach the arms up. Try to scoop your pelvis under slightly, so we're lifting up through the front and lengthening down through the back. Breathing out, hands come to the mat. Step the right knee back, so you come onto your knees and lower down halfway, chaturanga. Arms come to halfway, 90 degrees, lift up through the core. And then lower all the way down, breathing in. Roll the shoulders back, baby cobra. Lift the head, light through the fingertips. You might even take your hands off completely. And then breathing out, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up. On the next breath, step the left foot forward. Foot comes in between the hands. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, and reach the arms up again. Breathing out, hands come down to the mat. Tuck the right toes, and then step the right foot all the way next to your left. Breathe in, lift up halfway, flat back. Lift up through the core. Breathing out, fold forward. Breathe in, reach the arms up to the sky. And breathe out, hands to heart center. One more time. Breathing in, reach up. Breathing out, fold forward. Breathe in, lift up halfway, flat back. Breathe out this time. Hands on the mat, step the right foot back. Knee comes down, untuck the toes, and then reach the arms up to the sky. Try to relax your shoulders down here as well. Breathing out, hands come down to the mat. Step the left knee back. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Elbows stay close to the sides of the body. And then all the way down. Roll the shoulders back. You can come back into baby cobra, or you can press your hands down and come all the way up into cobra. Keep the shoulders rolled back, knees engaged, kneecaps lifted. And then breathing out, forehead comes to the mat. Press back, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up. On the next breath, step the right knee forward. Drop the left knee, untuck the toes, reach the arms up back into your low lunge. Breathing out, hands on the mat. Tuck the left toes, and then step the left foot to meet the right. Breathing in, lift up halfway, flat back. Breathing out, fold forward. Breathe in, reach the arms up to the sky. And breathe out, hands to heart center. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, lift up halfway, flat back. Breathe out, step the left foot back, low lunge. Bring the knee down to the mat, untuck the toes, and then reach the arms up to the sky. Try to make sure that the hips are nice and level here so you're not lifted or twisted. Also, hips are pointing to the top of the mat. We'll take a twist here. Breathing out, hands come to heart center. And then place the left elbow on top of your right knee. Press the palms together and twist through your body. You have to lift up to the core to make space so that you can twist your body around. See if you can get the palms to the center of your chest. And keep pressing the right knee out so it's not falling into the center. So you've got an opposition push between the left elbow and the right knee. On the next breath, you can take your head down to look at your right foot to help you balance. We're going to tuck the left toes and then lift the left knee off, keeping the body where it is. So just straightening through that back leg. Nice job. Breathing in, coming back to the center. Pivot through the left foot, warrior two position, and then sweep the right arm up, coming into reverse warrior. Bend through the right knee. Make sure the right knee is still pressing outwards. And find a stretch through the entire right side of your body. And breathing out, straighten through the right leg. Take the right fingertips forward as far as you can and see if you can stick the left hip towards the back of your mat. So you've got this opposition pull here. Right hand comes down to the right shin or to the mat. Left arm reaches up for triangle pose. Make sure you haven't locked into both knees, but there's a micro bend, so you're actually using the muscles to hold your joints together. Breathing out, left hand comes down to your shin or the mat, wherever your right hand is. Keep the feet where they are. Lift up to the core, lengthen through the crown of your head, and then see if you can twist towards the other side. See if you can open the right shoulder, and then reach the right arm up. You can also keep it on your hip, whatever is working for you today. On the next breath, right hand comes down back to where the left hand is. We're going to bend through the right knee. Lift the left arm up overhead for extended side angle. You can also place your right elbow on your right knee. And breathing out, left hand comes down to the mat. Pivot through the left foot. So now I'm on the ball of the foot. Right arm reaches up for your easy twist. See if you can open the right shoulder even more to the sky. And then breathing out, bring the right hand down to your right hip. Square off your shoulders to the top of the mat. Take the left fingertips, reach as far forward as you can. And then push off that with the back foot and come to balance on the right leg. We're going to come into a revolved half moon. So you can either stay here if it's already enough for you, or you can try and twist your body towards the front leg. So we're opening up the right shoulder to the right side of the mat. Keep light in that back upper leg by engaging the muscles and straightening through the knee. You can reach the right arm up to the sky. There might not be much of a twist here. It's a very difficult pose. All right, nice job. Release the hands back down. Step back into a high plank. You can come straight into downward facing dog, or you can shift the weight forward, knees on or off the mat, and come into your chaturanga, lower halfway down. Breathing in, cobra or upward facing dog. So hips on the mat, or press into your hands and lift the hips off. Breathing out, scoop into the belly, roll over the toes and lift the hips up for downward facing dog. All right, nice job. We're going to come straight to the next side. On the next breath, bring your left knee into the chest, place the foot in between the hands, lower the back knee and untuck the toes for your low lunge. And then take a breath in, reach the arms up to the sky. Square off the hips, scoop the pelvis under slightly, and we'll come into our twist. Hands come to heart center. Breathe in, lift up through the core. Breathe out, twist. Place the right elbow on the left knee. Press the palms together. Maybe you take your gaze up to the sky if you're feeling really balanced here. Otherwise, you can take your gaze down to the left foot. And then tuck the right toes. Lift the knee off the mat, coming into your revolved high lunge. Keep the upper body where it is. On the next breath, coming back to the center. Pivot through the right foot, warrior two position. Breathing in, sweep the arms up, cartwheel them to reverse warrior. Bend down through the left knee. Find a stretch through the left side of your body. And then breathing out, straighten through the left leg. Reach the left fingertips as far forward as you can and shift your right hip towards the back of the mat. Left hand comes down to the left shin or to the mat. Right arm reaches up. See if you can spiral your chest up to the sky for your triangle pose. And then breathing out, right hand comes down to where the left hand is. If it was on your shin, you can bring it to your shin. Breathe in, left hand comes to the hip. Twist your body. And then maybe you extend the left arm up. Keep strong through the legs and try not to stick the hips out, but keep them firmly in. Breathing out, left hand comes down to where the right hand is. Bend through the left knee, right arm reaches overhead. Option to place the left elbow on the left knee instead. Keep the left knee pressing out. And then breathing out, right hand comes down to where the left hand is. Pivot through the right foot. Left arm reaches up, easy twist. Spiral your left shoulder, opening it backwards. Breathing out, left hand comes to the left hip. Square off your shoulders, reach the fingertips on the right hand to the top of the mat, and then push with the back leg to balance on the left. Try to keep your hips nice and square for now. Micro bend in your supporting leg, and then stay there, or you can try and twist your body towards the left side of your mat. You might even like to extend the left arm up to the sky. Try to stay balanced, lift up through your core. And then breathing out, step the right foot all the way back, hands on the mat, step back high plank. Option to come straight to down dog or flow through your vinyasa. Knees on or off the mat, coming down, chaturanga dandasana. Breathing in, cobra or upward facing dog. And breathing out, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Press through your hands and your feet. Lengthen through your spine by tilting your tailbone up to the sky. Find your breath here. And on the next breath, bend the knees, look towards your hands. Step your feet in between your hands. Big toes together. Breathing in, lift up halfway, flat back. Breathing out, fold forward. Breathing in, reach the arms back up to the sky, lift the body up. And breathing out, hands to heart center. Just give everything a little bit of a shake out before we come to the next round. Let go of all that tension and then bring the big toes back together. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Breathe out, hands through heart center, fold forward. Breathe in, lift up halfway, flat back. Breathe out, hands on the mat, step the left foot back. Knee on the mat. Untuck the toes, reach the arms up back into your low lunge. So we're starting this the same way as we did the first round. Breathing out, hands to heart center. Breathing in, lift up through the core, lift up through the head, and then twist. Left elbow on right knee, press the palms together. Maybe this time you take your gaze up to the sky. See if you can press the palms so they reach to the center of your chest. And then tuck the left toes, nice and firm through the feet, lift up to the core, and then lift the left knee off the mat. Nice job. Breathing in. Bring the hands to heart center, lift the body back up, pivot through the left foot, warrior two position, and then sweep the right arm back, reverse warrior. Bend down through the right knee. Maybe you come down a little bit further this time. Breathing out, come back up, left hand to left hip, right hand reaches forward, half moon pose. Push off with the back foot, Right hand comes to the outside of your mat and lift the left leg up. So you want to be nice and strong through your supporting leg, and also activate through the upper leg by stretching through the back of the knee and pressing through the heel of the foot to make it nice and light. See if you can then stack the left hip on top of the right, and same with the shoulders. If you're happy here, you might like to take the left arm, up to the sky. And on the next breath, stepping back, warrior two, arms wide. Breathing in, straighten through the front leg, turn the toes so they're now pointing to the side of the mat. Reach the arms up. And then breathing out, sweep the arms forward, hinge from the hips, hands can come down to the mat. You can walk the feet a little bit wider, a little bit closer, depending on what works for you. Place the left hand down, breathe in, reach the right arm up, come into a twist. Open the right shoulder to the sky. Breathing out, right hand comes down to replace the left hand. Breathe in, left arm reaches up. One more time, breathe out, left hand down. Breathe in, right arm up. Breathe out, right hand down. Breathe in, left arm up, spiral the chest up to the sky. Breathe out, hands come down to the mat. Breathe in, reach up, lift up halfway. Breathe out, walk your hands back to the top of the mat. Step back into a high plank. Come into down dog or flow through your Vinyasa, Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathing in, cobra or upward facing dog. And breathing out, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Find your foundation, your stability, and your breath. On the next breath, step the left foot forward. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, low lunge, reach the arms up to the sky. Breathing out, hands through heart center, lift up to the core, scoop the pelvis under, and then find your twist. Press the palms together. Maybe you take your gaze to the sky. And then tuck the right toes, keep the body where it is, just lift the right knee off the mat. Nice. Breathing in, calming back to center. Pivot through the right foot, warrior two position, and then cartwheel with the arms, reverse warrior. Breathing out, straighten through the front leg, right hand to the right hip, left hand reaches forward, bend through the left leg, and a big push with the back leg, half moon pose. Light through that upper leg. Try and stack the right side of the body on top of the left. If you're happy here, take the right arm up to the sky. Find a little bit more openness. It's almost like you're leaning back against a wall, so don't be afraid to go a little bit further back, but keep control with the core and also with the left leg. On the next breath, step the right foot back, warrior two. Breathing in, turn the left foot to the side of the mat, reach the arms up to the sky, and breathing out, hinge forward from the hips, take the hands down to the mat. Come into a twist, right hand on the mat, left arm reaches up. Try not to swing the hips to one side, but keep them in the center. Breathing out, left hand comes down. Breathing in, right arm reaches up. Breathe out, right hand down. Breathe in, left arm up. One more time, breathe out, left hand down. Breathe in, right arm up. Breathe out, right hand comes down to the mat. Breathe in, lift up halfway, flat back. And then walk the hands back to the top of your mat. Come into your last high plank. Come straight to down dog or flow through your Vinyasa. One last time, nice and strong now. Breathing out, downward facing dog. On the next breath, come into your child's pose, bend the knees, tuck the toes, and then bring your forehead and your chest down to the mat. Reach your fingertips further away from you as you sink your hips down into the heels of your feet. Let everything just hang down and sink down towards your mat. On the next breath, just lift your head up slightly. Take your right hand and thread it underneath your left armpit. Kind of like we did at the beginning with our hips up. This time we just do it in our child's pose. And then you can let your head rest down onto the mat. You can take that left arm behind and reach towards your right hip crease. One more breath here. And on the next breath, release the left hand back to the top of your mat. Breathe in, lift the right arm back. And then left arm threads underneath the body. Lay it down on the mat, rest the head. And then option to take the right arm behind towards your left hip crease. Couple of breaths here. Allow yourself to sink into your mat. And on the next breath, extend the right arm back to the top of your mat. Lift yourself up. Come back into your child's pose just for a moment. See if you can reach the hands further away from you this time. And on the next breath, lifting yourself back up and just roll yourself onto your back. Getting there, taking all the time that you need, and getting there any way that you'd like. Hug your knees into your chest. And then extend the left leg out long. Keep the right knee hugged close to your body. You can rock the knee from side to side. And then take it over to the left side of the mat, twisting through your spine. Shift the hips back a little bit. You can rest the left hand on the right knee and then bend the left leg and grab onto the foot with your right hand. So it's like you've got your feet in two L shapes here. And then try to rest your right shoulder down. So just enjoying this twist through the legs and through the spine. Soften through your belly, soften through your chest. And just let your knees melt down into the earth. One more breath here. And on the next breath, release the left foot. Come back to the center. Hug the knees into your chest. And then extend the right leg out long. Keep the left knee hugged close. Rock it from side to side. And then bring it over to the right side of the mat. Shift the hips back. Right hand rests on the left knee. And then bend the right leg. Hold on to the right foot with your left hand. And then sink your shoulders down, sink your knees down. And find a softness through your body. On the next breath, release the right foot, come back to the center, and hug your knees into your chest again. Take a happy baby, soles of the feet to the sky, arms to the center, and then hold on to the outside edges of the feet. Bend the knees down towards your elbow, towards your armpits. Maybe you stay in stillness or you rock from side to side, but try to keep pressing your sacrum down into your mat. That's the very lowest flat part of your spine. And whenever you're ready, come into Shavasana. Extend the legs long, arms to either side, palms facing up. Micro tuck of your chin to help you lengthen through the back of your neck. Close your eyes. Soften through the entire front side of your body as you let your backside melt into your mat. As if you were sinking down into a really soft pillow. And then very slowly bringing your awareness back. Notice the sensation of your body against your mat. And wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll your ankles and wrists. And then take a deep inhale and reach the arms up overhead. Bring the feet together. Stretch from your fingertips to toes. Breathing out, roll over to one side. Curl yourself up into a ball and make yourself as small as you can. And rest here for a moment. And then very slowly making your way back up to a comfortable seated position. Keeping your eyes closed if you can. Sink your sit bones and your knees down into the mat. Lift up through your spine and roll your shoulders back. Make sure your head is sitting nicely on top of your spine. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Press your thumbs against your heart. And just take a moment to thank yourself for coming to your mat today and showing up for yourself for your practice. And slowly blink open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for this twisty flow. I really hope you enjoyed it and that your body is feeling nice and loose and open now. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments below. And if you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time here on the mat. Namaste.